It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we have Stephon Gilmore. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Vikings and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year, a little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you...
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team for a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll try the left side with Jones. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Michael Thomas with the reception. 14 on the pickup. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. Now a handoff. Jones. He'll manage only a couple. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion comes Thomas. Play action now. It's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. On play action, here's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Field goal. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his 2nd year in the NFL out of Florida.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Vikings have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Here comes the rookie out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy, heading out for the next Vikings possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Minnesota. Now Jones. Whoa! And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
In motion comes Thomas. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready for their 2nd possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
Really nice throw there. The ability.
Kevin O'Connell made the decision, and he will throw the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. And he's in! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Chandler now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. In motion comes Thomas. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He'll work forward for a couple. That's EJ Speed getting in there to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Nice grab there by Michael Pittman Jr., and he continues to be a reliable weapon here in his 5th season in the NFL, coming off a really impressive campaign last year where he set new career highs in both catches and yards. He's hoping that success carries over this year as he moves the chains for this Colts offense.
A run with Taylor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Richardson. On the blitz, overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Indianapolis.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore.
Well, but this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That one caught by Hawkinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example up here.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw is McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Wright now. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Now Richardson. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Richardson out quickly to Pittman. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Colts.
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. That's out quickly to Pittman. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Dallas Turner, the rookie, there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Indy.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts are on top. It's 14-10. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
In motion comes Thomas. Jones now on 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Jefferson. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
That's good. For the Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
In motion comes Thomas. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Colts out to the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. There's Jefferson. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. A run. It's Jones. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
In motion comes Thomas. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And after parting ways with the Packers, Jones kind of surprised some by staying in the NFC North. He signs with Minnesota, and he joins an offense that is...
It is brought in the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll work this forward to the 35. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. 2nd and 7. On play action, Richardson. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Richardson. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. They'll go again here with Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Richardson gonna look to throw, and that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now, and this one's good for a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And that ball incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
Taylor does a nice job there finding some running room, and that's the Jonathan Taylor we all remember, Mike. Think back in 2021, Offensive Player of the Year, arguably one of the best players in football. And then the last 2 seasons, it's been the injuries. When healthy, he's among the league's best.
A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts first down. They'll run here with Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And this ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mekhi Blackman.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
There's nothing harder in sports than being a young rookie starting quarterback. So here you have J.J. McCarthy. We saw him accomplish everything there was to have in Michigan in college, and now he finds himself in the league trying to make the adjustment. But if there's one thing every rookie quarterback would love to have, Mike, it's Justin Jefferson.
On the ground now with Jones. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. His pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. That one good for 29.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
He was looking for Jordan Addison that time, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
He was defended by Kenny Moore.
Now a handoff. Jones. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now McCarthy. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ty Chandler. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kicker is good. Makes the score Vikings 27, Colts 14.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here's Gould on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. On first down, it's Richardson. Now he'll run it. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and they're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he's going to be taken down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. This one caught just past the pylon. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. He's going to air this one out for Jones. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds, marking down right at the 10-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 62 yards.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he'll take it on in. Jordan Addison, touchdown, Minnesota. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Gould on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. There's that man again. Another catch. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Here's Richardson. Catch made. That's Pittman. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
First and 10. A give to Jones, heading right. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached the intermission in what is right now a 13-point game. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Michael Penix. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Former number 1 overall pick Joe Burrow with a touchdown pass. In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by the rookie from Michigan, J.J. McCarthy. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Richardson to throw it here on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Here's a third down and 4. Now Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to carry that ball loosely, and it is out. The Vikings have got him. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
At the 3-yard line.
On play action, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll try and run. It's Jones. He's going to get this down to the 8, but that is it. Defense holds him there, and they force 4th down. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They go right back to Taylor. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He'll look deep for Pittman. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. Deep to return, Kadarius Toney. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw, it's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. There's Jefferson. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. He runs with it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Jones. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They run it once more with Jones. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The visitors' offense and receiver Michael Pittman ready to go once more. And you see the numbers for him. Into this 3rd quarter, they just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. On play action, Richards. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Stephon Gilmore.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's the gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To try and run for the first down with Jones. And he will score. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Reichert now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. The Vikings will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. That's Mekhi Blackman there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Colts about set to punt. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Now Tony to return it. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And that one incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Throwing on second down, Richardson. That one taken in by Mitchell. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Indianapolis. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
And now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
To the air of 3rd down is McCarthy. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
Taken down at the 41. It's the game of 17-9.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Looking to throw. Richardson. That one into the hands of Downs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
Clearly, the play caller here is thinking that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's going to have a Colts first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on 4th and 3. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. We'll give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. Throwing, Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, Jones. He'll get about 3. And that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Jones. A gain there of 15. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They run straight ahead with Jones.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They're all set to punt this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. They'll run the toss here with Jones. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Again, it's Jones. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This from 34 yards. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw, it's Richardson. Taking off, and the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Richardson operating from the pistol. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Richardson to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. In motion, it's Jefferson. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down. They'll put Addison in motion. On the give, it's Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
The gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 4.
This is Jones. He's going to have a Vikings first down. They wind up gaining 8 on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So a win here for the Vikings. They're able to bounce back after its difficult loss a week ago. Respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.